Hello, rare gems. There's no real strength without a touch of vulnerability and no true victory without a fight. Brené Brown. Sigma females are often seen as the perfect blend of strength and independence, moving through life with a quiet assurance that makes them stand out. But behind this composed facade lies a world of struggles that few get to see. These women, who carve their own paths and defy societal expectations, aren't untouched by weakness. In fact, the very qualities that make them exceptional also bring about hidden challenges they face daily. What are these unseen battles that even the strongest Sigma females grapple with? Join us as we uncover the 8 deep-rooted vulnerabilities that shape their journey, revealing a side of the Sigma female that is rarely acknowledged but is essential to truly understanding who they are. Stick around as we dive into the heart of what it really means to be a Sigma female. Number 1. Discomfort in crowds, the invisible cage. Sigma females often feel a deep discomfort in crowded spaces where the energy of a room can become overwhelming. This isn't just about preferring solitude, it's a core need to protect their inner world. In large gatherings, the constant chatter, noise, and sheer number of people can create a sense of claustrophobia, as if the walls are closing in. They may feel their energy draining, unable to find a moment of peace or clarity. This aversion to crowds isn't about shyness or social anxiety. It's rooted in their strong need for control and personal space. Sigma females cherish their independence and autonomy, but in a crowd, they often feel their individuality being swallowed up. The pressure to engage in small talk or conform to social norms can leave them feeling disconnected and out of place, like they're surrounded by people but completely alone, unable to find a true connection amidst the noise. This discomfort often leads them to avoid crowded events or social gatherings, preferring the comfort of solitude or small, intimate settings where they can truly be themselves. Their need for personal space and quiet reflection is essential for their well-being, allowing them to recharge and maintain their mental and emotional balance. For Sigma females, stepping away from the crowd to find their own space isn't just a preference, it's vital for preserving their sense of self and inner peace. Number 2. Overthinking, the double-edged sword. Sigma females often find themselves caught in the never-ending cycle of overthinking. Their minds are constantly racing, analyzing every detail, considering all possible outcomes and revisiting past decisions with a critical lens. This tendency to overthink isn't just about being thorough. It stems from a deep need to understand and control their surroundings. They want to be prepared for any scenario, avoid mistakes, and protect themselves from potential pitfalls. But this relentless mental activity can quickly become overwhelming, leading to stress and anxiety. Overthinking can cause them to second-guess their choices, even after they've made them. They replay conversations in their heads, questioning whether they said the right thing or missed something important. This constant self-doubt can chip away at their confidence, making them question their abilities and judgment. It's as if they're stuck in a mental loop, unable to move forward because they're too busy analyzing every possible consequence. This habit of overthinking also spills into their relationships. They might read too much into what others say or do, searching for hidden meanings or potential problems that might not even exist. This can create unnecessary tension and misunderstandings as they navigate the complexities of human interaction with their hyper-analytical mindset. While their attention to detail and desire for perfection can be strengths, these traits can also weigh them down with endless what-ifs and should-have-dones. For Sigma females, learning to quiet their minds and trust their instincts is an ongoing challenge. The fear of making a mistake or overlooking something important drives them to overanalyze, but it also keeps them from fully enjoying the present moment or moving forward with confidence. Overcoming this tendency means letting go of the need for absolute certainty and embracing life's uncertainties with a bit more ease. Number 3. They are misunderstood all the time. Sigma females are often misunderstood, and this can be a heavy burden to bear. Their independent nature and deep introspection set them apart, leading others to misinterpret their actions and intentions. They're often seen as aloof, distant, or even cold because they don't fit into typical social norms or engage in shallow interactions. This misunderstanding arises from a fundamental disconnect between how Sigma females view the world and how others perceive them. They value authenticity and seek meaningful connections, which makes them selective about who they allow into their lives. However, this careful selectiveness is often mistaken for arrogance or indifference. When they choose not to engage in small talk or skip social gatherings, it's not because they don't care, but because they prioritize deeper, more fulfilling experiences over fleeting interactions. This can leave them feeling isolated as others fail to recognize the rich inner world that drives their choices. Being misunderstood also brings a profound sense of loneliness. Sigma females often feel that no one truly sees or understands them for who they are. They may struggle to find people who appreciate their complexity and depth, leading to a feeling of being out of sync with the rest of the world. This gap between their true selves and how others perceive them can be frustrating and disheartening, making it difficult to connect with others on a genuine level. Number 4. They have a harsh inner critic, the unseen battle. Sigma females often grapple with a relentless inner critic that never seems to quiet down. This unforgiving voice endlessly scrutinizes their every action, thought, and decision. It's not just about striving for perfection, it's a profound need to meet the impossibly high standards they've set for themselves. They are their own harshest judges, quick to highlight flaws and slow to celebrate achievements. This self-criticism can be both a driving force and a heavy burden, pushing them to excel while filling them with stress and self-doubt. When they make mistakes, even minor ones, their inner critic becomes particularly severe. They replay their errors over and over, analyzing every detail and second-guessing how they could have done better. Even when they succeed, their inner critic often downplays their accomplishments, focusing on what could have been improved or how they could have performed even better. This constant pressure to be flawless can undermine their self-confidence, making it difficult for them to feel genuinely satisfied with their efforts. In relationships, this harsh self-criticism often manifests as an overwhelming sense of responsibility. They may feel like they're falling short, not being supportive enough, or failing to meet the needs of those they care about. This can lead to feelings of guilt and inadequacy, even when they're giving more than enough. The fear of disappointing others, combined with the unrelenting self-doubt fueled by their inner critic, can create a cycle of anxiety and stress that's hard to break. This persistent internal pressure often leads to burnout. Sigma females might push themselves too hard, trying to live up to the unreachable standards set by their inner critic. The ongoing struggle to prove themselves to both themselves and the world can leave them feeling drained and emotionally exhausted. Despite their many strengths, this harsh inner critic remains a significant challenge, making it hard for them to fully embrace their successes and recognize their own worth. Number 5. They experience fundamental loneliness, the silent struggle. Sigma females often grapple with a profound sense of loneliness that goes beyond just being alone. This deep, internal solitude arises from their unique view on life and their yearning for meaningful connections. They seek depth and authenticity in their relationships, making it challenging to find people who truly resonate with them on a significant level. Their quest for genuine bonds can feel endless, as they navigate a world that often favors superficial interactions over heartfelt connections. This loneliness isn't merely about being around others, it's about the lack of true understanding. Sigma females might be surrounded by people, yet still feel isolated because they struggle to find those who share their values and perspective on life. Their independent nature, often mistaken for self-sufficiency, can actually heighten this loneliness by creating a barrier that keeps others at a distance. Even when they do form relationships, they may hold back, worried that their depth and intensity won't be fully appreciated or reciprocated. As a result, they can feel out of sync with the world around them. Though they crave meaningful connections, Sigma females often feel misunderstood, as if their true selves are concealed behind layers that others can't or don't want to see. This can lead to a persistent feeling of solitude, even when surrounded by friends or loved ones. Their hesitation to reach out or be vulnerable, driven by fear of rejection or further misunderstanding, only deepens their sense of isolation. This fundamental loneliness is a quiet, constant companion for Sigma females. It shapes their interactions, influences their choices, and colors their worldview. Despite their strength and independence, the longing for a deep, authentic connection remains a powerful undercurrent in their lives, reminding them that even the most self-reliant individuals need to be truly seen and understood. This loneliness isn't just a fleeting emotion, but a core challenge that deeply impacts their journey through life. Number 6. Spontaneity, the uncharted territory. Sigma females often find it tough to embrace spontaneity, struggling to let go of their need for control and step into the unknown. Naturally inclined to plan and organize, they prefer having a clear roadmap for their actions and decisions. This meticulous planning offers them a sense of security and helps them prepare for potential obstacles. However, when life throws unexpected twists or sudden changes their way, they can feel uneasy as spontaneity disrupts the order and predictability they rely on. This discomfort with spontaneity goes beyond just disliking surprises. It's tied to their deep need to control their surroundings. They value their independence and dislike feeling out of their depth or unprepared. When faced with unplanned situations, they might hesitate, overthink, or even withdraw, as the lack of a clear plan can make them feel vulnerable. This hesitation can lead them to miss out on opportunities that require quick thinking and adaptability, as their instinct is to step back rather than jump in. In social settings, their struggle with spontaneity can sometimes create tension. Sigma females may be seen as rigid or inflexible, reluctant to go with the flow or embrace the unexpected. Their preference for structure can make it hard for them to enjoy spur-of-the-moment activities or adapt when plans change suddenly. While others may revel in the excitement of the unknown, Sigma females often feel out of place or uncomfortable when things don't go as planned. This aversion to spontaneity can also hinder their personal growth. By sticking to what they know and avoiding unpredictability, they might miss out on new experiences that could broaden their horizons and help them develop. The challenge for Sigma females is to strike a balance between their need for structure and the benefits of embracing the unexpected. Learning to let go and trust the process, even when it feels uncomfortable, is key to overcoming this challenge and fully engaging with the world around them. Number 7. Hyperfocus, the tunnel vision trap. Sigma females often have an incredible ability to dive deeply into any task or goal they set for themselves. This intense focus is both a gift and a challenge. While it helps them achieve remarkable things and master difficult skills, it also comes with its own set of problems. When a Sigma female becomes fixated on a project or idea, everything else tends to fade into the background. Her single-minded dedication can create tunnel vision, where she becomes so absorbed in her work that she overlooks other important aspects of her life. This intense focus can strain personal relationships, as loved ones might feel neglected or unimportant, while she channels all her energy into her pursuits. She may not realize the impact of this until it's too late, as her drive for excellence and ambition often overshadows other concerns. Another downside of this hyperfocus is the risk of burnout. Driven by a desire to perfect her work, the Sigma female might push herself to the edge, working long hours, skipping breaks, and sacrificing sleep. While this dedication can lead to impressive achievements, it can also take a toll on her physical and mental well-being. The very focus that fuels her success can also lead to exhaustion if she doesn't find a way to balance her intense work ethic with self-care. Moreover, hyperfocus can make it hard for her to adapt to change. When so much energy is poured into a single pursuit, shifting gears or embracing new opportunities can be challenging. The Sigma female may find herself struggling to pivot, feeling frustrated or resistant to anything that diverts her from her chosen path. This rigidity can limit her ability to explore new possibilities or see the broader picture beyond her immediate focus. Number 8. Reliability in professional settings, the reluctant leader. Sigma females are widely recognized for their reliability, especially in their professional lives. They take great pride in delivering top-notch work, meeting deadlines, and being someone others can count on. Their dedication often leads them to take on more responsibilities than most, handling tasks that others might avoid. However, this admirable trait can also bring significant stress and burnout. The constant expectation to be the dependable one can weigh heavily on them. Sigma females set incredibly high standards for themselves, pushing beyond their limits to meet demands. They often find it hard to say no, fearing that refusal might disappoint others or damage their reputation. This drive to be reliable can trap them in a cycle of overwork, leaving them with less time and energy for personal pursuits and relaxation. Their work-life balance can suffer, with work frequently overshadowing everything else. The very trait that makes them invaluable at work can also lead to an imbalanced life where personal needs are sacrificed for professionalism. Additionally, their reputation for reliability can sometimes lead others to take them for granted. Colleagues and superiors might assume they will always step up, resulting in an uneven workload. This can lead to feelings of frustration and resentment, as they realize their dependability is being exploited rather than genuinely appreciated. Over time, this constant pressure to be reliable can also stifle their growth. The fear of falling short of expectations may make them stick to what's familiar, avoiding new approaches or creative risks. This hesitation can limit their professional development and hinder their potential. To address this, Sigma females need to recognize the importance of setting boundaries and taking care of themselves. Learning to delegate, ask for help, and sometimes step back is essential for their long-term success and well-being. While being reliable is a strength, it shouldn't come at the cost of their health or personal fulfillment. Balancing dependability with self-care is crucial for thriving both professionally and personally. Thanks, Rare Gems. See you in the next video. Bye and stay blessed.